Welcome to Witch Talk Live. I am your host, Aurora Moon, and tonight we are doing a road opener spell. This is all going to be repeat. You're just going to hear me all over again. And tonight we are doing the road opener spell, but it's going to be a different way of doing it. It is not going to need a candle. We are just needing a piece of paper, a writing tool, and some herbs. And these herbs you should be able to get from your kitchen very easily. We're using basil, sugar, salt, pepper. I did grab some nutmeg and cinnamon. These are all and I might add a few here and there. And as I go, I'm going to let you know, okay? But as you can see, I've got a piece of paper here that's already folded. It's already creased. I have it exactly a square. I can have it small, I can have it big, but I have it folded in quarters so that you can actually see a direct line. That is our path. Sorry, that is our path. And what we're going to do is we are going to sweeten this path. We are going to sweeten our path, remove obstacles that are getting in the way of our goals, our directions, or what anything that we think might be in the way of or getting in the way of. So we're going to get started. We are going to start off with our smudging. Like always, if we're going to do some spell work, we are going to make sure that we have our area cleansed. And as you guys already know, I will cleanse for all of us. But if you guys can join me, please feel free. Okay. I call upon the four directions and the four elements to open our circle as a consecrated place of love, healing, and spiritual guidance. May east and air share their knowledge of all beginnings. May north and earth share their knowledge of all stabilizing influences. May south and fire share their knowledge of all changes. And may west and water share their knowledge of all endings. Goddess, the mother of all, protects me. God, the father of all, defends me. I'm always safe. I am never alone. I call upon my spirit guides, I call upon my angels, and I call upon all forces of good to enter our circle of white light and divine inspiration. May my higher self transmit to me the knowledge I am ready to receive and the wisdom to make the best use of it. So I'm going to set that aside and we're going to get going. Now, we are going to start off with honey. Now, if you do not have a paintbrush, I brought a paintbrush. I like to paint my lines in. It is just the way that I do things. So I have grabbed my honey here, as you can see. Okay. And I've got myself, and go to the dollar store, grab yourself a few paintbrushes. Honestly, it is some of the most easiest tools that you can add to your witchcraft practice. Is very simple. So we got honey, okay? So we're going to have our path flat. I'm going to put this off to the side for right now. And we are going to grab our pen and we are going to write what we want to do with this spell, okay? So I've got it written down here. I do not have things memorized, so I have my paper here all ready to go. So what we're going to do first is we're going to write in the center, my path is open. Right? This might be upside for you guys, or upside down for you guys. My path is open. You can use capitals, you can use small lowercase, whatever you want. I'll take a sip of my coffee because we're Canadian. And no, we didn't set the fires. We didn't start the fire. No, and you don't want to hear me sing either, right? Maybe you do. Okay, so we're going to say, my path is open. Now we're going to write, every obstacle is removed. We are then going to write, every blessing finds its way to me. Every blessing finds its way to me. I walk freely towards my highest good. Oh, towards my highest good. And then we're going to fold the paper, okay? Now, if you haven't folded it already, you want to make sure it's folded. I already created the creases so that you guys could see what I was doing, okay? So I've got this now. I'll turn it this way so you can you guys see it that way? There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my honey, because we want to sweeten our path. We want to make our path as little as resistant as possible. So we're going to paint it. And we're going to paint it in the creases. This is our path. This is to indicate our crossroads. Remember, because crossroads can unblock us, but they can also block us if we're not doing things properly, right? If we are creating our own obstacles, then we can create our own blocks, right? As you can see, I'm painting it all in here. Now you, depending on how thick you want to make it, this is up to you guys, okay? Look at this, we're getting all crafty. Okay, so we are going to lay it on thick too. We want this to really stick. Okay. Doesn't matter what kind of honey you have. You could have old honey. Honey doesn't go bad anyways, but you can have honey that, like, I'm using Maruca honey. I'm not a fan of it. It tastes more like a flower, and I don't like that. So I use the Maruca honey, so I'm not wasting it in my spell work. Okay, so now I've got a very, very clear path before us, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my salt. I'm just going to put this aside. I'm going to sprinkle all the salt over top, and as we sprinkle it over top, because we're going to remove the blocks, but we're also looking to protect ourselves as we walk this path. So as we are spreading it on, we're going to say, salt of earth, clear the path, wash away any delays, remove resistance, open every road meant for me. Set that aside. Now we are going to grab, like I said, we're going to grab our basil. Basil is to bring in prosperity, abundance, wealth from all sources. I'm going to sprinkle this in here. Okay. There we go. Some basil. Now we are going to grab some, I'm going to grab some sugar because I'm going to sweeten it up a little bit more. Honey, sugar, whatever, right? I'm going to sweeten this path. We are making it so we can't resist, like candy. Okay. I'm going to grab some pepper. And the reason why I'm grabbing pepper is because pepper is used to banish negativity, banish obstacles, banish anything that gets in our way, stagnant energy. Salt is good for that too. So if you don't have, salt and pepper are usually what most people have at home. If you don't have the other ingredients, salt and pepper can work just fine. Salt, pepper, and sugar, just fine for this spell. Now we're going to grab some cinnamon because we want this to come in fast. Now cinnamon is used for protection as well, but cinnamon also increases the speed. Now if you don't have cinnamon, but you have coffee grinds, maybe even instant coffee grinds, You can use that to speed up the spell. Think about it. Instant coffee. You want it to come quickly? Grab some instant coffee. So I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon. And while you have some cinnamon already on your hands, rub it in your hands, because that also brings in abundance on when you put it on yourself, okay? And then one of my special ingredients, and you've heard me say this before, is nutmeg. Nutmeg is great for good luck. It is great to bring in unexpected sources of income from different areas of your life. So, like I said, it is great for gambling, but once again, I will always say, don't just start gambling and rely on your nutmeg. Okay? Because a lot of this stuff, a lot of your spells has to have an action that goes with it, right? And if you're not moving forward with something, your spell's not going to do anything for you. All it's going to do is open up those areas. But if you don't see the path, if you're not open or welcoming to that path of where it's trying to take you, you can't hear me, Val? You can't turn up your volume. If everybody else can hear me and you can't, then I'm going to say turn up your volume or check something on your end. Because I definitely show that it is working on my end. Okay. So, and let me know. I hope you can hear me or watch the replay if you can hear me, Jay. Okay. So it must be Val's phone. Val, check your phone settings and see if you can. Oh, I like that, Tamara. Go to nature sticks. Yes, right? You can hear me? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so I just put nutmeg in. Like I said, nutmeg is that secret ingredient that you can use if you are going and deciding to pick up a lotto ticket. Sprinkle it on your lotto ticket. You never know. But remember, you are the action step. You have to put the action step in, because if you don't put the action step in, you can't expect to see the opportunities. Opportunities can always be there. Are you opening up the door and going through it, though? If you're not opening up the door, or if you're not opening up the door and going through it, or if you see the door open and you're still not going through it, or you're afraid to go through it, or you think, well, this can't be for me, how do you know? You don't know unless you try. You can always try it and say, yeah, you know what, that isn't for me, but you gave it a shot, because maybe there are opportunities. There might be clients in there. There might be somebody who is looking for somebody to work for them. Who knows? But it might just be your personality that they love, and that's what gets you in. It could be a lot of win. You don't know. You got to try it. And the last one, no, I put cinnamon and nutmeg. Okay, so I think I've got everything except my bay leaf. Now, on the bay leaf, what you can do is you can use your bay leaf. You can even, it's the same pretty well. Well, it's not the same thing, but it's pretty well the same thing as basil. It still brings in those opportunities the same way. It's just in a different form. Thanks, Linda. I love you guys. So anyways, you can grab yourself a bay leaf and you can write on here if there was something specific that you're looking to obtain, if there's something like a goal that you're trying to achieve, you can put it on your bay leaf, or you can just crumple it up. You can hold it in your hand and make a wish saying, for myself, I'm looking to work on my business and get myself monetized. That might be what I put into this. If not, things are just going to come for you. You just have to make sure that you're watching. Okay. So I'm just going to put opportunities. It's a simple thing to say. Okay. Now, for this one, you can crumple it up. Okay, we're crumpling it up and we're putting it into our spell here. Okay, so now what we're going to do, and this is the special part, now we're going to fold it. We're going to fold all those nice juices in there. We're folding all of our stuff in. We're going to fold it once again. We're folding it towards us. This is to seal everything in. We want to bring it in to us, bring in that energy. Now, I have not taught you about sigils yet, but you could. And this is an easy one. You guys all know this sigil. Put a dollar sign. Put a few dollar signs. Sigils don't need to be complicated, guys. Sigils can be anything that you want. If you're looking to bring in love, you can put a heart. If you're looking to bring in opportunities of clearing your path for a career, you can put dollar signs. Put as many dollar signs as you want. You don't have to write anything if you don't want to, and you could even just write the word on it if you want to. Now, another way you could do this, and I'm going to open it up for just a moment. Instead of writing what I wrote, let's say that you have a few directions that you can choose. Let's say you have a few opportunities and you don't know which one to pick. On each of the four corners, you're going to put one thing that's different. Let's say one is job in Texas. The other one is move to Washington, move to Canada, and maybe something else is something different. Whatever it is that you want or have that you're trying to obtain, you can put those on your four corners and do it the exact same way, setting the intention that either one of these paths are going to show you exactly what you need. It's going to give you exactly what you're looking for. It's going to show you the direction. If you're not sure which one to go by, that's going to give you a good indication. So again, we're going to close it towards me. I'm going to fold it towards me again, and I'm going to flip it over just so that I seal it a little bit better, and I'm going to fold it towards me again. Now, we're not going to burn it. We are not burning it. Not yet anyways. What we're going to do is we're going to then hold this, and we're going to put our own little spin on it, our own little prayer, whatever you want to. Let's see if I actually wrote something down. Because what we want to do is we want to envision. Let's say it's a job that you're waiting from a phone call on. Envision receiving that phone call. Envision yourself receiving that paycheck with the name on it. Envision yourself moving across state. Envision the intention that you're putting into it, the energy that you're putting into it. You are going to create your opener, your road opener, by giving yourself an opportunity to set those intentions. Now, you can put it in an envelope for the week, put it in your purse. Now, for you guys that don't have a purse, you can then put it in your pocket. You can put it in your wallet. You can fold it, put it in a little Ziploc bag, just to have it safe and secure so nothing's going to get out. And each time you see an opportunity, each time you think that there is something that's coming in, you might feel it. Go with that hunch and think about your little pouch that you just made, because that gives you inspiration. When we do something like this, being a witch, we feel it. We feel it. We know it. We know when something's not right. We know when something is right. So this is giving us an opportunity to keep it close by. It's going to remind us that what we have in our hand and carrying it with us. And then after a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, maybe you forget about it and it's a month. It does not matter when you do this, whenever it feels right. What I want you to do is then I want you to burn it in your cauldron or fireproof pot, wherever you want. You can light it with a green candle if you wish, but you don't need to. You can just light it and set it on fire. Just make sure that you are keeping your space fire safe. Always have water nearby. Keep a window open if you need to, but you know what to do. We've gone over this tons of times. This is nothing new that I've talked about, and you guys are smart cookies that you guys are going to use this in the way that you know what feels right, because there's no wrong way. When we do our spells, there is no wrong way. How can there be? It's our energy, it's our power, it's what we put in. The only thing that prevents us from having any of our spells come true is doubting our power, doubting our intuition, or expecting it to come like this. I've had one spell take 2 years to manifest. And I thought, yeah, okay, it's not going to happen, whatever. And it took 2 years. And it happened, and it did not unfold the way that I was expecting it to unfold. But I realized afterwards that all those other things, the reason why it took so long for it to happen is because there was other things that were at play. There's a lot of things that needed to play out before my spell actually took hold. And when it took hold, whoa, then it took off. And then I saw everything. But I want you guys to understand that don't put an expectation. Don't, yes, we put cinnamon in here to speed it up. You want to put coffee in it to speed it up. Please do so. Even put in some ginger to spice, give it a little extra oomph, okay? But the least resistance you have to your blockage removal, your road opener type spell, the less likely you are going to continue to have those resistance. But if you insist that only your path is correct, and they're saying something else, saying, no, you keep on trying to go down this path, and we're trying to get you to go down this path, it's going to redirect you. And you might get frustrated. And you might reflect on it afterwards and realize that it actually was the best thing for you. And you wish you didn't have so much resistance to the change, because that's what it is. It's the change that we get resistant on. We expect it to come in a certain way. We envision some elaborate thing to happen, I guess. I was kind of thinking of a twitch of her nose, and all of a sudden, poof, it happens. It doesn't do that. Now, I have had spells happen quickly, but I have also had spells that haven't happened quickly. And there's always reasons behind that. And then there's going to be some that don't happen at all because they're not meant to happen. Maybe you're asking for too little, and maybe it wants to give you more. And the only way that the spell is going to be able to give you more is if you don't have the resistance, if you don't have the expectations already on how it's going to play out for you, because that's where the problem is. I'm just reading what you put, Bridget. 7 days past. Yes, absolutely. The container with water, 7 days past. The container was totally covered on the outside. Yeah, absolutely. If you don't feel that you got to remember the protection, or the frost on the outside could be another form of protection. Nothing's getting in there, right? Think outside the box. But I think that's all I had. I don't think that I have written anything else. No. I've got pages among pages of how to do this. And that's just because my own writing. Because, again, you guys know I write my own spells. I end up collecting them, and then you're going to see a book come out. I'm going to eventually make a spell book of all the spells that I have done. But anyways, witches, it is a very quick and easy spell to do. Keep it in your pocket. Keep it in your purse. Keep it in your backpack, wherever you have your wallet, whatever you have. And just keep it in the back of your head. Yeah, I am removing blocks with every step that I take. Everything is coming to me exactly in divine timing. One thing that I always keep in mind when I'm having one of those days that I think something's not happening quick enough for me, because I go through them too, is I'll say everything is in divine and perfect order. And then that reminds me that everything comes exactly when it's meant to come, because I might not see what that spell is going through to get to me. It might have to, like, Imagine how many people they have to go through in order for me to win the lottery. That's what we're up against. And you got to think about it that way. So, anyways, witches, that is it for tonight. If there is anything else, let me know. Val, I hope you can hear me. I'm not sure if Val's back on or night, or tonight is Parade of the Six Planets. Oh, yes. You do create your own spells. That's amazing, Bridget. You know what? I love hearing that because that is where your power lies. Your power lies when you create your own spell, when you're not afraid to know what you're grabbing. And just because they're kitchen pantry items, please don't think that they're any less of a spell. You do not need to go out and get John Root, the Conqueror Root, or whatever. High John, I think it's High John Conqueror Root and stuff like that. You don't need to go out and get all these expensive tools. You can if you wish, but those tools are not going to make you any more of a witch than having salt and pepper. Salt and pepper can work just as fine to manifest what you need, remove blocks and protect your path. Like I said, everybody's pretty well got sugar on hand, so use some sugar brown, sugar white, sugar icing, frosting. Think outside the box. But anyways, guys, I love you. You are very welcome. And yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. I think next week I'm going to try out a Return to Sender. Once again, we are in the Witches Apothecary series. I will be going down the road of teaching you guys how to use crystals if you are not familiar with using crystals in your spells, and how you can manifest using a crystal grid, pendulum work and stuff like that. But we are doing these in all types of series so that it is easier for you guys to get on board and see where my spells are, and you're not searching through all of YouTube and all of my videos to find what you're looking for. So thank you very much for joining me tonight, and I will see you again next week. Ciao for now, witches.